Morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Welcome, December 1st. A little fun this morning. What is going on? Glad to have everybody tune in. Arturo P, what is going on? Got a nice little crowd building. What is going on? People don't like the music? Well, then you guys can go fuck the fuck off. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cheers to everybody. Justice, if you don't like it, feel free to turn it off, or, well, you can get the fuck out of here too, as well as everybody. Good morning, everybody. Haters are gonna hate. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. If you're on my personal plays, they have been being sent out this morning. So glad to have everybody that's on them. All right, Justice. Too fucking bad for you, buddy. See you later. Adios, motherfuckers. Dude. Is there an audio-only version? Got to preserve phone battery? I don't know. What is going on, everybody? Glad to see we've got some douchebags in here. Alrighty. Can't please everybody. You lose a fucking free play, and I'm the biggest scumbag in the world. You add a little tunes to it, and it's all of a sudden trash and this and that. Well, too fucking bad. Straight to the F-bombs this morning. Gotta love it. KC says dying this morning. I absolutely love it. I'm going to give everybody the free opportunity, because it's 100% free, just like this show, unlike others I hear. If you have a PC, in the upper right-hand corner, there's an X. If you're cool, and you have a Mac, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a round circle. You can click that. But on your way out, do us all a huge favor, and make sure you hit that thumbs down button. Only once, not twice, once. Remember that, not twice, once. If you're using an Android, just throw that trash right out in the garbage, just literally. Then go buy yourself an iPhone. And if you're using an iPhone and you're one of the douchebags, make sure you hit that thumbs down once. Hit the unsubscribe button, because our free plays are too cool for you. Good morning, everybody. To all the people that thought that was the trash music, wait until what I play for you tomorrow, and I'm going to make it 10 minutes long. I love it this morning. Nice winning day yesterday. Free plays. Indiana. Providence who? I can't hear you. Providence who? Jeff, easy on the Android comments. I'm just teasing you. But you're not a hater, Jeff, so the Android and you don't apply. I said only if you're a hater and you have a PC or an Android. I do have to give, although it did freeze my phone this morning, I do got to give a great client, Brian, a big thank you for showing me a program so that I can get through sending games now rather quickly, rather than it taking 2 hours. It doesn't take very long. So if you're on my personal plays, There's about 60 more that I have to send to. We've already sent it to over 200. Doesn't take very long anymore. Slice is Kyle going to play some Tupac. West Coast, baby. Well, Tupac West Coast. I was going to go straight for some Bay Area love. Some Too Short, baby. No, actually, you got to make sure it's royalty-free music. If not, you're going to get absolutely slaughtered. It's possible, T-Step, we could break down that game. Indiana University. Providence who? Providence who yesterday? Where are those naysayers? Providence is the better team. Providence is the better team, yet they come on here and say, I knew it was a trap game, so I didn't bet it. That's the comments that I read yesterday. That's the comments that I read yesterday. Victor, we probably will. Kyle's working on a remix. I was thinking about going straight to the song of, Blowjob Betty, to really get people going in the morning. Can I discuss the Kansas game? Joe, free for you? Because you said free? Absolutely. Or not free, you said please. I'm all screwed up this morning. All right, if you're on my personal plays, with the exception of the person that literally just signed up, Brian, the other Brian, can I play some country music tomorrow? It's possible. Probably not. Although I do listen to country music. Well, I wouldn't say Kentucky in for another letdown based on who they're playing today. But can they bounce back? That's the problem with the one-and-done schools. That's the problem with the one-and-done schools. Is they have the big growing pains, the big learning curves. Stanford in for a big test today after slaughtering their first opponent. Chapenny Wednesday football, absolutely. Absolutely. Wednesday night football. Steelers and the Ravens. We got Wednesday night football, Thursday college. No Thursday NFL this week. Going to be a little interesting. No Thursday NFL. And Wednesday's game, tomorrow's game is actually in the afternoon. An afternoon game. I'm going to be having lunch, watching a football game on a Wednesday. And it ain't even bowl season. Chris, it should be a good one. Yesterday's horrible college basketball disaster. Don't tell me you had Providence now, did you? Speaking of Providence, I hear that after I put out that video, there was like a few more on YouTube. People decided to magically go the opposite way. And trying to knock what we were doing. Saying how Providence was the better team, this and that, yada, 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 no way they lose. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, yada, yada. But here's my question. For how many of you that actually heard that, you guys should all go back. Oh, hey, Justice said it's still here after he told me to fuck off. Okay, well, just Be spicy this morning. We'll just be spicy. It's like whack-a-mole this morning. It's like whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole. We're going to whack them all. Is the over the safe play on the Texas game? Don't know. We might break down that game. I know one that we will take a look at, Michigan State and Duke. But what I want to know, texting out games to the last client that just signed up. Mr. Chu, glad to have you on board. But what I want to know is how many of you actually called those people out and said, hey, can I see a copy of your ticket? John, I definitely can. Would you like to be added to that list? I joke. Swervo Lance, as I see Virginia covering that big spread. But yeah, I definitely can. I can put somebody in timeout. I can hide them so that way they're not technically blocked, but nobody can see them. Or I can just hit the block button. Mr. Evans, thank you. By the way, big shout out. You literally just knocked off 2 hours of workload of my time each and every single day, which I promise will be put to good use. Like playing annoying music each and every morning in the 5-minute countdown. Each and every morning, there's going to be annoying music. Thank you, Brian, for giving me the opportunity to figure out how to send out my personal plays, not in a group setting, individually, but fast. So now I got all kinds of cool time to have some fun. But let me tell you, soundboard is ordered. Soundboard is ordered. It should be here with next day air. Hopefully they ship it today. But you know those stores with Black Friday. That way we can really spice this place up. Gonna have to get a little bleep button. Beep! Every time I start dropping F-bombs. Nonetheless, we got soccer this morning. We got college basketball this afternoon. Alrighty. 17 Clipper. I've got a whole shit pile of music. I was looking through your comments and I'd probably get copyrighted if I played anything else. I can definitely change it up. But why would I? Like firing it up. Jeff says, I bet he's not on in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. I bet you were wrong. I thought about not being on. Believe it or not, the computer that operates this board was not working. But yeah, I definitely have a whole shit pile of stuff that I can pick through. Dat Win, good morning. Lee Trasher, good morning. Just going through some of the comments, seeing what I missed while I was fighting with that computer. Lance, good morning. Oh, good morning to you too, Justice. CVEX says, shave your beard. No. Can't say that that's going to happen. KC Davis, what's going on? Chris, what's going on? Good morning. Mr. O'Neill, absolutely. I love it. Indiana Creek, Walker, Cappers, tell me you like IU. Can't say that I do. Rory, good morning. DA Sports Consultant, good morning. Glad to have you tuning in. Renault Brown says, my kids are around, brother. Well, I do apologize, but this is a 21 and over show that you're not going to find on NBC. So I do apologize for the F-bombs, but hey, it's the sports betting industry. Sometimes they'll happen. I will definitely try and refrain from them. DFG 47, is there an audio version only? You know, I thought about putting it in a podcast format, but either way, it wouldn't be live like this. Jeremiah, good morning. Jeff S., my brother says straight to the F-bombs. Ronald Brown says they were dancing to the music. You know, I'm glad they liked it. My daughter's favorite part was the goat at the very end. Robert says, I'm telling you, Kyle, this is one of the best chat sites on social media. I appreciate that. Glad to know that I am a part of it. And Justice, if you're still watching, don't worry, I don't take anything personal. But sometimes it's best just to keep your opinion to yourself. Toby says, my boy said that fella needs to watch his language. I do apologize, but same thing. Tootie Nunez says, if you don't have haters, you're not popping. Chase Burke says, I hope Indiana versus Texas will pop up soon on my book. I really want to beat that game. You know, I did see it on Bet Online not too long ago. Literally about 10 minutes before the live show, I did see the line on there as well. The Ballers Inc. says the betting god is back. Take notes. Take notes. Providence who? Providence who? Lee Trasher says minus 8.5, minus $1.10 for the F-bombs. What y'all got? I'd probably have to put it a little higher than that this morning. Mr. O'Neill says on a roll. Toby says, I said, no, I just didn't repeat not what you hear. Exactly. It's not what you hear. You don't repeat what you hear. I got to tell you, my little 5-year-old, we have a big walk-in pantry, and me and my wife, we were in there putting some things away yesterday when she got back from the store last night. And my little one walked in, and she had something in her hand, and all of a sudden, we hear, oh shit, I can't do this. And we both stop and look at each other. And because it was kind of muffled, we're like, did we just really hear that? Oh. So yes. Cannot repeat what you hear, but you can hear it. I don't care if people are not hating or hating on the music. I really don't give a shit. That don't bother me one bit. CVAC, it was made everyone's ears bleed. Well, too flippin' bad. Come back later on in the show. It obviously didn't hurt too many people's ears because when I got here, there was 103. Jeff wants to know, did those Providence bets cash, everybody? I'd like to know. Did those Providence bets cash? And last time I checked, this is a free show. I'm not being, you're not being charged. So deal with it. Slices, I thought you listened to reggae. I have from time to time. I can definitely put some on. But hey, you got to remember, we're going to have people from all different walks of life. Some people that like country, some people like hip hop, some people like straight up gangster rap, some people that like church music. I can't please everybody. And if you're not my wife or my daughter, well, then I guess I ain't out to please you, that's for sure. But I'll make money for you and I'll break bread. Lee Trasher says straight to the F-bombs. Let's get it. We're going to continue that way. Focus Sports definitely took the over. Kendall Allen says, I like your channel. I mean, love. Keep up the great job. Thank you. I appreciate that. Chapendi, good morning. Jesse T, good morning. CVAC says, even if you went 0-10, you're still the GOAT. Thank you. I appreciate it. Steven Sanchez, good morning. J-Rock says, thumbs down for the win. Right? You guys are definitely lacking in the thumbs up category. That's for sure. Casey Davis says, I'm Keith's boy, Kyle. And my first name is Kyle. Fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Nothing wrong with another Kyle joining the chat. Joe Free, what's going on, my brother? Emmanuel, good morning. 21-point win on their head. Providence who? Hello? Man. A lot of crickets. A lot of crickets. Robert says, bring my son's Androids back. I got them for Christmas back. I always follow Kyle. I was just saying if you're a hater and you have an Android, just throw that shit in the trash. I'll be honest, I've got a couple Android devices. I prefer my Apples, that's for sure, but I'm, just an Apple kid at heart. James, good morning. The legend, good morning. I'm definitely not sensitive. I could give a rat's ass what you think. Somebody says, damn, so sensitive this morning. I can definitely give a rat's ass what people think. Chris Kennedy admitted it. Said, I'm one of the idiots that didn't follow the rules. I took Providence, and I'm suffering dearly this morning. My pockets feel a lot lighter. Chris, may your days of not following along rest in peace. And you get with the program. It sucks to lose. Hopefully, you picked Providence on your own. And you didn't follow some other douchebag on YouTube that doesn't even bet. But it's okay. Just keep hanging around. We'll win it back for you. But just so you know, when I do reference Providence who, it's not a direct comment towards you. More towards everybody that was posting and then deleting their comments when they were down by 20 plus. Man, I'm just a DFG's comment. Will Kentucky bounce back? I'm way behind. J Rock, good morning. What part of Arizona are you in? A lot of college basketball tonight. It's going to be an amazing day. You guys' comments crack me up. Sly says, the Providence head coach got more bald spots than me. You know, I only got one bald spot. And I'm definitely proud to rock it. Definitely proud to rock it. Alex, Good morning, my brother. Seattle, we definitely took it at 6, not 6.5. You took it at 6.5. So sad. Too bad. If your book didn't offer it, well then, you should probably find a new book. I recommend Bet Online, where we'll give you 2 days of free plays, premium or personal, for creating a new account. But you have to click the link on our website, so you need to go to our website first. That way they can trace you back to the live show. Slowly catching up, but I got a feeling that you guys are probably commenting way faster than me. Joe Free says, nobody shows tickets, Kyle, except you. That is a fact that I would definitely bet on. I'd love to know who was all giving out Providence. I'd love that for you guys to ask them to see a ticket. The show must go on. Jeremiah says, please play The Show Must Go On. Watch out, Jalen. You're about to have kitten babies. Focus Sports, what do I think about Oakland with the points over Purdue? I took a very quick gander at that game. I'd have to dive more in depth into it. But a quick gander, I wouldn't even take them with 25 points, in my personal opinion. But I don't have $1 on that game. Premium plays are already out. My personal plays are already out. But I did take a quick little gander at it. You know, I've definitely made some great money last year and the year before and the year before that, betting on Oakland when they're in conference play. But in today's matchup, not a big fan of it. Duke says, oh, Jesus, what's everybody bitching about now? I guess I missed the music. You know, had a little countdown timer. And to let people know when we'd be going live. Because people always bitch and complain that they don't know when we're going to go live. Is he live yet? I can't hear him. Oh my God, is he live yet? So I put a countdown timer on there and I put a little music in it. You know, something a little upbeat. It's all royalty-free music that we have to pay for. And people in an uproar. Not people. A few individuals. Music because it doesn't meet their criteria of, you know, what they want to listen to on a beautiful Tuesday morning. They're probably just salty because they probably lost yesterday. Toby, I like that one. Am I going to go over the UNC Stanford game? Definitely try, Trey. Definitely try. Try and squeeze that one in. J Rocks has just played some everybody but me, right? Jalen, how do you get rid of these kittens? Back in the day, we used to use antifreeze, but they took that ingredient out, so now they just drink it happily or they don't touch it at all. You can always go fishing. They do like to chase plastic worms. So you can call a neighbor, hire, rent a snake. Chris says he likes CMU and FIU over as well. Providence who? I don't know. Who's Providence? Isn't that team that got beat by 21 yesterday that was better than Indiana? I believe so. I definitely believe they were. I definitely think the UNC game will be a quality game, that's for sure. Yeah, Chris, there are ladies in the live chat. Sam, who do I got? Texas or Indiana? Neither. We'll try and break down that game, though. I don't have a dollar on that one. Toby, nice. Tootie says it's your show, brother. Play whatever the F you want. So you can't count that one towards the over. Just keep the cheese coming in. Kendra Owens, what do I think about the Duke and Michigan State game? We're going to go over that one. I think it's going to be one hell of a game. It always is. Jimmy O. Jenkins, good morning. 17 Clippers says, Bryant plus 3.5. J-Rock says Providence probably loses today again. The Baller Zinc says Kyle takes the first 30 minutes every day to shit on the losers in the chat. No. Actually, we don't have any losers in the chat. There's no losers in our live chat. We're all winners, baby, because you're here. Even the haters. Even the haters are still winners because they're here. Kenneth Collins, you don't give a rat's ass? Okay, I get it. You're too good for us all. Okay. Don't know what your comment means, but okay. But I don't give a rat's ass if you guys like the music or you don't like the music. J-Rock, you're killing me. You're killing me. You guys definitely do play some great hoops, that's for sure. Thomas G says, I swung and missed on Auburn yesterday. Feels bad. You know, I can side with you on that one, Thomas G. I definitely lean towards Auburn. I nearly almost bet him and gave him out. I didn't, though. I stayed off of him. So I can side with you on why you laid the money on him. Kendra Owens, Jersey here with you, Kyle. Crushed the Indiana pick. Thank you. I'm glad you did. Glad you did. Chris Brown says millions of dollars were given to the books because of last night. I wouldn't say millions of dollars. You guys got to remember that line actually opened up at 5, and it didn't go to 6.5 until late yesterday. The line didn't go to 6.5 until late yesterday. So a lot of people actually won. There was more winners than there were losers. There was more winners than there was losers. So the book still paid out. Did they clean up on the people that arrived to the party late? Or the ones that didn't buy the hook down? Yeah, they did. I had one ticket at 5.5, and I had 2 at 6. I didn't have any at 6.5, and then I had that nice big teaser that my personal clients got. But you got to remember that line actually opened up at 5, and it was there for most of the week. Jeremiah, the haters have nothing to do, brother. They're here, though. They're here, and if they interact with us, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. We can definitely turn a hater into a faithful follower. That's for sure. We've done it time and time and time again, and we'll continue to do it because it's what we do. Haters can only hate so much when all you do is keep winning for them for free. Joe Chris says UIC is a live dog. Casey says the Colorado and Arizona game canceled due to COVID. Carter Elliott said USC more talented than BYU, but the first game scared me going into overtime with Cal Baptist. No doubt about it. I'd have to say that BYU is definitely a quality opponent for my Trojans. BYU, and I'm just staking that out there. You guys know me. I'm a Trojan faithful, and BYU will play them tough. BYU plays everybody tough. If I was to do anything at all on that game, and I was leaning towards USC, which I'm actually not. I'm staying away from it. I know they had their 14-point victory over Montana, but BYU is just mopping up over teams. But then again, it's not like BYU has played anybody. It's kind of like their football team. They played Westminster, little community college or junior college there in Utah. New Orleans, who they smashed by 25, and Utah Valley, who they smashed by 22. So this will actually be their toughest competition. But the problem with the Trojans is if they fall behind, they'll play makeup. But I do lean towards the Trojans in this spot. The fact that they're catching points, I like. But again, I'm staying away from that game. Todd says, quick question in regards to your personal plays. Do you give out day of the games, or for example, would you give out a Sunday game now while there was a lower line? With the NFL, I won't give out a game early. I have in the past, but due to COVID and all of that stuff, and players all of a sudden finding out on Thursday they're ineligible to play, or finding out on Friday or on Saturday's walkthrough that they're ineligible to play, I steer clear of it. But I have at times. Thank you, Tootie Nunez. That teaser was definitely money. Definitely money on Seattle and North Carolina. Not that we needed it on North Carolina. There's a reason why BYU's favored, and I promise you, BYU's not, they're no slouch. They're definitely no slouch. G&G, good morning. Holy shit, G&G from Canada. What is going on, Gary? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, brother. It's been a very long time. Ethan, you put your entire unemployment check on Indiana and you hit big money. Congratulations. Big ass redwood in the house. You're doing the same with Marquette today. Well, I wish you the best of luck in another rollover. Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football. As far as the ending of that game goes, definitely sucked for everybody back in Seattle, which was obviously the better team. They played better football, as well as the ending with a Hail Mary. Sometimes you get unlucky. And if you're just, a random individual that you just took Seattle and you just laid the 6.5, then you definitely got bad beated when it comes to that. The 2-point conversion, let's be honest, there's no real reason for that 2-point conversion. They still have to get an onside kick. And if they miss it, they'll still have to get an onside kick, a touchdown, and then a 2-point conversion just to tie it. So, as Jay Shep said, Joe Chris says 2-point conversion, no need, but okay. The only reason that I could see that they went for the 2-point conversion was game practice. Thank you, Renault. I appreciate that. Steven Sanchez says, Coach wanted to screw us. If you don't think they know what the line is, they know what the line is. They definitely know what the line is. And I'll be straight up and honest with you guys. I'm definitely not a fan of trying to say shit's rigged or this or that or people are betting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But for those people that do have those conspiracy theories, what happened yesterday definitely supports that agenda, that's for sure. Nathan, you never get lucky even though you made the right bet. 100% you made the right bet. Refs definitely called a couple would-be touchdowns back too. And case in point, the only reason I could think that they would do it is, and I've seen a lot of debates. On the reasons why, the positives and the negatives. And main one, real game time practice for a 2-point conversion. Other than that, they still got to get an onside kick and recover it. They still got to throw another Hail Mary with 12 seconds left. And get a touchdown, and they'll tie the game. Then an extra point would win them the game. Or kick that extra point, recover the onside kick, throw a Hail Mary, and you could either kick it at that point for the tie or 2-point for a chance to win. But, Now, I can see the way that they were looking at it. They tie it. Let's just say they do the 2-point conversion and then make the onside kick and get a touchdown. Well, now we're at a tie game. And now they got a chance to win it. So I can understand, the value behind it, and it didn't matter which way. Didn't matter which way you looked at it, it sucked. Didn't matter which way you looked at it, it sucked for, backers that were betting Seattle. The reason why I took them at 6. Toby, same thing. I had the game on, and I'm chatting with my wife, and I'm like, man, if they score, I bet they go for 2. I said the same thing. Mathematically, I bet they go for 2. No conspiracy, it's facts. What's facts? That it's rigged? I don't think it's rigged. Henry said, plus the kicker already missed an extra point. Prime example. But if you miss that first extra point, you still got to go for 2. You know what I mean? You still got to go for 2. Datwin says it's only rigged if you lost. I lost, so it's rigged. I like it. Yeah, Brian, it's an Eagles thing, the 2-point conversion at the end. Eagles go for a 2-point conversion, I believe, more than any other team in the NFL. Tyler, in the last, I'd have to say, 10-day period, I'm usually not on the bad side of bad beats. And we definitely were. The last 9-10 days. The best way to, describe how to take it, you just take it on the chin, because there'll be bad beats that work in your favor. As far as bad beats go, no matter how many of them come together at once, they all seem to even out, the bad beats at the end. No matter how many, you're on the wrong side of it, in a row, when it's all said and done, they all seem to even out. So if you're on the receiving side of a bad beat, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, they may take a while, but they will slowly creep back in your direction. That I do believe in. Unless you're just one of those very, 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 very unlucky individuals. Tyler, I know you're not blaming me. Trust me, I feel for you. On bad beats. I've been a part of way too many of them in the last 10 days. But at the end of the day, they'll all even out. Somebody said, it's like people blaming Pete Carroll for going it on 4th down. Pete Carroll is a very aggressive play calling coach. He leaves it all out on the field, right or wrong, right choice, wrong choice, right play. Could they have done on the 4th and goal? Can they have ran a couple different plays on fourth down? They had some fourth down plays that were absolutely horrendous. Play calling could have been better. Play calling could have definitely been a little wiser, that's for sure. But at the same time, you got to know when, there's certain coaches that are out there that you're going to get aggressive coaches. It is what it is. And sometimes it comes back to haunt them. Sometimes it doesn't. Chris Rivera says, Seattle wasn't interested in stopping the 2-point game was over. Agreed. As soon as I seen them line up for 2, Seattle wasn't going to try and stop it. Can I make it better and give us a winner? I gave it a winner. I gave you a winner yesterday. We went 1-1 and a push. I didn't lose on Seattle. David Brown says, Kyle, stop talking to these. Whoever rock with you, rock with you. Who don't, who cares? I seen a comment, still have time to buy your play. You definitely have time to get on board our place. Nothing has gone off. None of our plays have gone off. Matter of fact, the very first premium play is not until 3 p.m. So you have plenty of time to get on board. DK should have definitely had at least one touchdown. My Lord. My Lord. 177 yards. And how many times was he down within inches? Casey says, just want the Steelers to lose one game so them damn 72 Dolphins live on. Shea Money says, if you buy the juice, you'll be on the right side most of the time. Just remember, juice only matters when you lose. And in that case, we took it from 6.5 at minus 105 to 6 at minus $1.15. I laid an extra 5-cent juice. Walked away with a push. Scared money don't make money. Should we have all won on Seattle? Yeah. Absolutely. Don't forget Black Friday deals. They are ending today. Diamond Cut, very welcome. How do you join? You go to our website. I just posted a link to it. Go to cappersdirect.com, click on the premium tab, and then scroll down. Can I go over the Texas and Indiana game? I think we can. I think we can. I think we will. Definitely going to be interesting to see if any players come off of COVID protocol tomorrow. What do I think of Tua or Fitz? I think Fitz got a raw deal, but he knew the role that he was getting into when he signed with the team, knowing that he was going to be the backup and the veteran backup and would be put into a position to lead as well as teach at one point. But now they're getting to the point where you've got an opportunity to make the playoffs. So I think the Dolphins management goes back and forth on who's probably going to get them there the easiest, or for sure. Reading the comments. J-Rock says, if Fitz starts, I'll bet the Fins a lot. If it's Tua, I'm fading him typically. Sean says Indiana number 25 was going crazy yesterday. The team looks like it has more heart. Indiana's a quality team. Indiana's a quality team. Race Thompson is a hell of a kid. He had 22 points yesterday. 36 minutes. That's a big boy right there. Just wait until he starts filling out. 6'8" and only 228. Wait until he starts filling out. Edward Broncos got fed to the Wolves. Watch with players coming off of the COVID list tomorrow or today and being able to play tomorrow. It's definitely going to be interesting. That's for sure. Players that were put on the reserved COVID list will come off probably tomorrow. Just remember, so for instance, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson tested positive on Thursday. Now, they're saying he tested positive. But they didn't announce if it was just contract tracing or what, from what I read. But we've seen players have a false positive. And if he tests negative twice over the course of the next 5 days, he'd be eligible to play. That would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, up today, Tuesday. He'd be eligible to play tomorrow. Is he going to play tomorrow? Unlikely, very unlikely. But watch a lot of these players come off the list tomorrow or later on today. Be very interesting to see. So as far as that game goes and that big spread now, Steelers laying 10.5. I'd definitely be very careful. I would definitely be very careful. More than likely, he's out 10 days, but if it ends up being a false positive test and he tests negative twice over the course of those 5 days, John, it's just in the way testing goes. A false positive means you tested positive for something, but you don't have it. Maybe it was a tainted sample or whatever. Mike Brown says Pitt is pissed again. El Negrito, no, the game is tomorrow. The game is tomorrow at 3:40 Eastern Time, 12:40 Pacific Time. Les Meyer says Providence or Davidson. Providence who? From yesterday? Providence who? But yeah, the NFL game is tomorrow for everybody that doesn't know. For everybody that doesn't know, the game is tomorrow, not today. All right, we're going to start breaking down some games, having some fun, hopefully putting everybody on some winners. I did give out a free soccer winner for everybody. I did give out a free soccer winner for everybody in the daily free play video. If you're not on that one, you snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. Taking a quick gander at soccer, then we'll jump into basketball. A lot of great games today. England Championship League soccer today. Champions League soccer today. Just popping everything up. Some Major League Soccer today. Seattle and Dallas going at it. Seattle laying the $1.49. If you're on my personal plays and you did not get them, please send me a text message. Let me know, because I have already sent them out. Hold on one second. Remember, when you buy a package from us and you're not up, we take care of you guys. We take care of you guys. As long as you're not a douchebag, we take care of you guys. Pack. Most definitely. Most definitely. If you're not up, you get extended. And if you log in to your account, you should find that it was reactivated. Because I know accounting was in there reactivating things for everybody. Hold on one second, folks. Give me one quick second. One quick second. Just want to make sure everybody's on it. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Then we're going to jump into these breakdowns. And we're going to have some fun. But I do have an early soccer play that's in there. So I want to make sure everybody is on it. Okay. Good to go. Good to go. Gonzaga. Gonzaga. In my opinion, the most complete, well-rounded team in our system, number one. Now, where the books will have them, a whole nother story. What did I miss? Camping in his backyard. Oh, Bill Walton. Casey said, I played Auburn plus 18 against Gonzaga, and Gonzaga said, what the fuck are you thinking? Gonzaga, I agree, is 100% the team to beat. They are definitely, in my opinion, the number one team. Bill Walton is definitely an interesting one to listen to. That is for sure. No doubt about it. He is definitely an interesting one to listen to. Indiana. Mike B. Kyle, quick question. If I bet with Bet Online last night for the Hawks to cover the spread, would it get pushed for a win or a void? Depends what number did you have it at. You have to look at your ticket. It only matters what your ticket says. Did you have them at 6.5? Did you have them at 6, 5.5? So it just matters where you have, what your line is. If you go back and look at your ticket, let me know. If you have 6, it's a pushed bet or a cancel, you get your money back. 6, and it ends up getting canceled. It'll show up as a cancel. Mine was canceled at 6. Actually, 2 of mine were canceled at 6. One with Bet Online, one with my local guy. Weird. I've been trying to make a bet. I'm getting locked out of making a bet. A soccer bet. But we've been killing the Champions League. Do I have 4 good picks for you? No, sorry, brother. I only have 3. Frank Green, I put my free play on it at -6 and lost. Well, if you had -6, you shouldn't have lost. Shouldn't have lost. Abdul, again, I don't have 4 good picks for you. I only have 3, okay? Sorry, brother. Oh, wow. Lokomotiv Moscow and the RB Salzburg is off the board. Oh, they just moved that line to 165. Interesting. Interesting. Moved it from 140 to 165 in a rather hurry. One of you guys went and bet it, I'm sure. You only get to keep your free play if it wins? Weird, I figured a bet is a bet. Pushes a loss on free play? Oh, that sucks. I've never known that. That's definitely tough. That sucks. But hey, free is free, but that definitely sucks, that's for sure. Alrighty. Looking at some soccer real quick, we're going to just run down some, run down a list. I've never heard of a push on free play as a loss. Oregon has Ajax and FC Porto. Good luck with Porto today. All right, scrolling back down. Real Madrid laying that big 227, -1, -1.5. they probably get the job done. You got to either lay the juice or you got to lay the 1.5. I'm not a big fan of having to lay a 1.5. Everything football, dropping some knowledge there, which has I know it's already been discussed in the live chat about Bayern missing some key players, and that is 100% fact. They're definitely missing some key players today. Definitely missing some key players today. So be careful if you're throwing the money on them. That's why they're a plus 275. Atalanta laying the big 629. Laying the big 629. Laying the big juice there. Shea Money says pick a winner. We'll try to. Well, Ajax is a plus 320 dog. Liverpool minus 139 on the money line. The spread minus a half and minus 1. One second here. Alrighty. But I do like Real Madrid. I'm not a fan of laying. I mean, I'm not opposed to laying juice. I'm not a big fan of having to lay, a lot of juice. Mike Brown, do you watch soccer or is it just bet it? I've never watched a game in 40 years. It's a brutal, boring sport. So here's my opinion on soccer. Here's my opinion when it comes to soccer. I used to feel that it was a boring sport. I used to really feel it was a boring sport. Until I really started getting into it during COVID. And I've always bet it from time to time. Never been a huge fan of it. But I will tell you, once you start getting into it, it's actually a lot of fun to watch. Regardless if you have money on it or you don't have money on it. Even if you don't have money on it. Once you get into it, it's still, in my opinion, not that boring of a sport. It's actually pretty exciting. Once you jump into it and you start learning a little bit more about it, which just takes being open-minded and willing to learn it. Other than that, oh hey, look, everybody asked Jeremy how Providence was. But he'll tell you that he magically didn't bet it. But Providence was the better team. He had to post it, I think, 6 times on our live chat yesterday. He had to post it 6 times on our live chat yesterday. Or not our live chat, the daily free play video, how Providence was the better team, but yet he magically didn't bet it. He magically didn't bet it. Imagine that one, folks. Alrighty. Jeremy also pointed out the other day how we lost the Rams team total over, but he so quickly forgot about the other 2 winners that we had because we had a winning day that day. So everybody welcome the troll. The one, the only. You have the screenshots? The screenshots of what? You commented that you didn't bet it. You didn't bet that game, so you have the screenshots, huh? You have the screenshots of something that doesn't exist? Interesting. Ronald Brown, you had Providence too. I know. I believe that you said that you were going to come in here and you were going to do something if Indiana won. Focus Sports says, why would you come in here and push for a team and then say they're so good but not bet them? That is a fact. You can't wait to see if West Virginia can hang with Gonzaga. I'm just going to put it out there and probably say they can't. Abdul says, 3 good picks. I just tuned in. Sorry, brother. I only got 2 good ones for today. Oh, that was if the Eagles didn't cover. Okay. Gotcha. I knew it was one of the 2. Lucas says West Virginia is going to get smashed. Do I do any soccer picks? Yeah. Premium plays have a soccer play. My personal plays have a soccer play. Indiana Creek says, I think Indiana by 12. Honestly, unbiased. I don't know if I can believe that's unbiased or not. That's like saying Jeff is not going to take Iowa because he's an Iowa fan. Abdul says, well, one good pick, bro. 100%, 100, 100. Sorry, brother. I don't have a free one for you today. Started at 3. Now we're at 0. All right, so as far as soccer goes, excuse me, I'm generally not a fan of having to lay juice, but I don't mind laying juice. I've bet some ridiculous juice in my time to get a win. I'm not opposed to it, as long as in return is going to put money in my pocket. I do believe Real Madrid is going to put money in my pocket. T-Moose 1B, is there any promo with BetOnline and Cappers Direct? There is. If you do not have a BetOnline account, meaning you've never... Corey Lacey, you wanted an opinion on what? Which game? If you do not have an account, meaning you haven't already signed up, and you go to our website, cappersdirect.com, you'll see the link on the front of our page, and I'll show it right here. Right here. If you, drop my pen, my whiteboard marker. If you go to our website and you do, this is for people that do not, if you already have a BetOnline account, it doesn't apply to you. But if you do not have one, read that right there. Follow these instructions right here. You have to click this link or that link right there, all right? Click the links. Go sign up. Follow those instructions. Get you on 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays absolutely free. And if you enter the promo code that's on there, you'll get a deposit as well. Lance, I agree. I agree. I do believe. I do believe Real Madrid comes out and gets a big win there. Abdul, don't worry. I do have free plays coming, okay? I'm just teasing you. I started from 3. You asked for 4. I said I only got 3. You asked for 3. I said I only got 2. You asked for 1. I said I got none. You know, I felt like I was back down in Tijuana bargaining for a cap gun and a couple M80s. Jim Bean says, give me 5 locks. Okay, 5 locks coming your way. 5 locks coming your way, but don't hold me accounted for it. All right. East Carolina, definitely take them on the money line. Appalachian State, take them on the money line. South Alabama against Emmanuel, money line. Stephen F. Austin, money line. And then I would switch over to soccer. And there's definitely one that you definitely want to take on the money line as well to go along with your 5-teamer. This is the for sure. I mean, for sure. Guaranteed to cash or you get your money back. You have to go to the Netherlands. In the Deutsche Erste Division, you're going to find the Go-Ahead Eagles. The Go-Ahead Eagles are only laying 145 on the money line. And after last night, and the Eagles and that Hail Mary touchdown and 2-point conversion to smash all those people laying 6 and 6.5 streams that were already spending that money. And all those people in Philly chanting, fly, Eagles, fly. Now you all have a chance to say, go ahead, Eagles. Go ahead, Eagles. So that's who I'd round out with my top 5. Just kidding. I did not bet the go-ahead Eagles, but I might. It sounds enticing. Keep in mind there's 2 teams with the name Madrid playing today. Atletico Madrid and then Real Madrid. Ping pong picks. Take the shorter of the 2. He's got a lower center of gravity, okay? Make sure you check height and weight. All right, so I'm just teasing everybody. I love to have fun. Aaron says Real Madrid minus 1.25. I'm not taking the points. Nino King says, what were the picks? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Jim Bean, can you have 5 basketball against the spread? Sure. Why not? Take South Florida against the spread against Massachusetts. Take Iona against Buffalo. Sam Houston, lay the points against Arlington Baptist Community College. I would definitely take Virginia Military against LBC. And most definitely DePaul against Alcorn State. And if you need a 6-1 for the parlay, I'd throw in turtle number 2 down in the Tijuana Turtles. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having some fun today. Yeah, we're going to smash the Lamar Jackson TD prop tomorrow as he's ruled out with COVID. Can I please say your name? No, but I'll read your comment. Shane, what's going on, my brother? Glad to see you tuning in. I know. Eternal says, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. And I understand it. I understand. I know it. And I really appreciate it. Eternal says, which I just lost your comment. I don't know where it went. That says, you're getting a lot of migrating fans from other shows that give rapid fire picks. Means you're growing 100%. And I'm just teasing you guys. When I just read off those 5, don't take them. They're all canceled games. All right? Don't go looking for them. They're all canceled games. I just like having fun and teasing you guys. All right? Jim Bean, no, you're being too selective. You can't have big school 5 locks. Or, I mean, I could pick 5 canceled games. And I could tell you, take Dayton against Alcorn State. Take Maryland against Monmouth. Oh, wait, that game's canceled as well. Take UConn against Vandy. St. Mary's against... Oh, that one's not canceled. Just kidding. I don't have $1 on St. Mary's. But no, we're going to break down the games. I'm not going to give you 5 rapid picks. Sorry, this is not SBR. I'm not going to give you 20 games and then give you the other side of 20 games. All right? We're also not the other place. I'm not going to sit in front of my closet door looking like I just got out of, lockup and tell you that I got $55 on a game. Oregon says USC or BYU. I'd say flip a coin and then go with your best get. Quincy Scott, do you still like Bournemouth? Well, goddamn, I hope so because I just bet it for another $500. But it is not a big play. The daily free play is not a monster of a play. It didn't make premium plays or anything like that, but it is a quality play that I do have $1,000 on. Nino King says, can you repeat? I'm from Philly. Be patient with me. Seth, where's the free picks? I already gave them out. If you didn't get the free picks, hit the rewind button, brother. Just press pause. As my 5-year-old says, pause. All right. I don't know, Scott, you tell me. I believe it should be. I hope it is. By golly, I hope it is. The only way you'll know if it's good is at the end of the game. Sadly, that's the only way we'll know it's good is at the end of the game when that final score hopefully is 3-0 or at least 2-0 like their last game. Lenny G said, oh my God, that popped up on my YouTube last night. Some stoner loser giving out picks from his basement and said he's putting $40 on it. California, we get it. Take Riverside. You can lay off of the yen symbols. I don't think you're from Japan anyways. I'm going to give you guys a very valuable piece of advice. I don't care if you guys fade me, if you follow me, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. But I'm going to give you guys a piece of valuable advice because I appreciate everybody that tunes in. If you're here for free plays, fantastic, welcome. If you are taking free plays from some random person off of YouTube, and I will say, I am a random person if you don't know who I am. If you're taking random plays from somebody, do your due diligence. And if you're just firing blind, if you're firing blind on some random Yahoo's games, and I could be that random Yahoo if you don't know who I am, but if you're just firing blind, you best make sure that that person that is giving you the game is financially invested in it for at least a substantial amount of money. $40, $50, hell, a couple $100, let's be real, is not a substantial amount of money for somebody that's supposed to be a financial advisor. Because there's a lot of you guys that will take other people's words blind for it, and you guys go and you bet, and you end up losing. And you're like, damn. Why did I lose? Well, what the hell happened? This guy's supposed to be amazing. Well, chances are, whoever you got the game from didn't even bet it. Okay? They didn't even bet it. If they ever show you a ticket, they probably have their dollar amount blurred out, or they tell you they're betting it for $50. You have to ask yourself, why would you follow somebody that doesn't have enough confidence in his own plays to bet a substantial amount of money on it? If somebody doesn't have enough confidence in their own plays to be betting a substantial amount of money on it, why should you take their advice? Why should you put your hard-earned money on a game they're probably not even betting? And if they are, they're betting it so small, it makes you wonder, well, this person acts like they're very big and successful. And I promise you, successful people in this industry actually bet on the games for a substantial amount of money. When you see people betting 100, 200, and this is no knock on you guys, the viewers, my clients, from people that are betting $1 to $100,000. What you guys bet doesn't matter. But what somebody in my position bets 100% matters. Because if I didn't have confidence in myself, would I put $1,000 on a game? If I didn't have confidence in myself, would I bet 10K on a game? 15K on my game of the week? Show tickets? Show losing tickets, 5, 10, 7. Hell, we've shown a $100,000 losing ticket. Damn, Caesar's Palace. But we got it back the next day. Seth says, maybe I should start holding a baby and show $55 tickets, right? One thing I promise you guys, if I'm not betting the game, I'm not giving you guys a game to bet on. And if I'm betting a game, I have a substantial amount of money on it. And if it's a small, I'll tell you, hey, this is a small bet for me. I normally have $3,000 on a game. I only have $500 on it. Plain and simple. Yesterday's free play on Indiana, it was a small play. I had 25% of what I normally put on a premium play on it. I had $750. I showed my ticket on YouTube. Damn cheating Astros, right, Justice? I got it back with $5K in pain and suffering the next day, but it did suck to lose. So be careful who you guys get picks from, all right? That's my disclaimer to you guys. Be careful who you guys get plays from and who you're trusting. Just ask them in their live chat, hey, can I see a copy of your ticket? If they tell you no, or what I bet doesn't matter. It absolutely does matter. Because if they were betting, they'd be proud to show it to you. So be careful on that one. My word to the wise to you guys. To all 300 people here. Big D-Mo says a lot of frauds out there that don't bet. A lot of frauds out there in this industry, absolutely. There's a lot of shady individuals. Let's be honest, it's the gambling business. There's not too many positive lights that come out of the gambling business. Jonathan, can I see your ticket? Sure, I'll be happy to show you my ticket on a free play that I put out. Absolutely. And if you want to see tickets, just go to my Twitter. Les Meyer says Providence is not the same team as they were last year. That's a fact. Chris, thanks for joining us. Metcalf 2 years in. Alrighty. Now we're going to get down to the breakdowns. J-Rock says a lot of people trying to sell picks and get YouTube subscribers. You know, a lot of the people that you see on YouTube that make like 20 videos in a day, they put out a video on every free play out there. They put out 4, 5, 6 videos in a day. They're just looking for clicks for that advertising dollar. They know their plays suck. They're just looking for, clicks for the advertising dollar. So be careful. 100%. The one that says call in for a free play, call my 800 pick hotline number. They're just generating leads and they sell them to other sports services. And that's where you guys get called, a million times from. When they say call this number for a free play hotline, they're just generating sales leads. They're just generating sales leads and they sell them to a broiler room. GA, we're always talking about making money. The advice I give you is talking about making money. Just saving money with clowns is making money. Richard, he's one of them. He's one of them. One of the rooms, one of the guys that's there just to generate sales leads. 100% just to generate sales leads. All right, so I'm logging into my system. We're going to start breaking down these good games today because there's a lot of them today. There's definitely a lot of games today, and we're going to have some fun with them. Now, keep in mind, our systems, our power rankings, they get updated after each and every single night. However, we really need to get, a solid 5 games under our belt before the numbers actually really mean a lot. Chris Kennedy, Kyle, can you explain 1.5 and -1 in soccer? I don't really understand what that means. Obviously, it had something to do with the goals. If you see something that says -0.5 and -1, it's actually 2 bets in one. You're betting half of your money. Let's just say it was for $100. $50 would be on the -0.5. The other 50 would be on the -1. So depending if it was a total, you would need to see if it hit 1, you would win the half and you would push the 1. If it was over a half and over 1, you would need to get to 2 to win both. Or if it's on the spread, you'd have to win by 2 to win both. Win by 1, you'd win the -0.5 and you'd push the other. Everything Football says, hit them with the clown video. It's coming. It's coming, I promise you. Promise you the clown video is coming. So I'm popping up all my stuff. We're going to break down a lot of this fun stuff for you guys. Put you guys on hopefully a lot of leans, hopefully some good free plays, and we're going to make you guys some money. All right, we'll see you guys in 15 seconds. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back ready to break down some college basketball action. We're going to have some fun today. By fun, I mean making money. So let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. We're going to take a look at it. All right, we're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at that Texas and Indiana game for you guys because I know a lot of you got that question on it. All right, a lot of you got that question on it. We're going to take a look at it because I know a lot of you want to know who's going to win. I'd have to say that's been question number one for the entire live chat. Give me 1 second, folks. Getting something done here, and then we're going to break it down. Just waiting for something to pop up on my screen. That way we can get this real money here. Alrighty. First game that we're going to do is the Texas game, Texas and Indiana. I'm waiting for the live odds to pop up, and we'll jump right into it for everybody. All right. They are finally coming up. Finally coming up. Indiana laying that 1.5. Minus 125 on the money line. Texas catching the 1.5. Minus 108. With a total sitting at 138.5 points. As I pop up everything that we need to know about this 1:30 Eastern Time matchup. It's taking place there in Asheville at the Harris Cherokee Center at the local casino. Carter Elliott says, I like Texas. I think their front court can hang with Indiana. Randy C says, we already know who's going to win. Providence. Frank, does he track his plays or have a transparent system to show? Do I track plays? I give out a full recap of every play that we put out in our videos every single day. So do I put them out there? Absolutely. Absolutely. I recap every game that we give out. Went over everything yesterday. You want to know exactly what I had yesterday? Go watch the daily free play video. You want to know what we had back on October 3rd? Feel free to watch the video. Do I have a spreadsheet sheet of it all? Absolutely. Am I going to share it with you, a random individual? No, sorry, I'm not, because you'll be able to find betting trends and angles on how we operate. And sorry, but that's not going to happen. But if you want to do the work yourself and track it all, by all means, just go watch every single video. Full disclosure right there for you. All right, so first of all, in this matchup, both teams riding high. Jeremiah says we have 8 haters. Yeah, we embrace the haters. I get it. They've got a shitty life, but hey, they're here with us, so we'll definitely make it a good one. We'll make it a good one for them. Take a look at Texas, 2-0 on the year. Beating up University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, beating them by that massive 36 points back on last Wednesday. And then just yesterday, getting rid of Davidson, 78-76, in a very close contested battle. Ryan, nope, did not break down that game. Don't have an opinion on a lean on that one yet. Their game yesterday was no doubt about it an extremely close one. Obviously by the final score, but the way that it played was one hell of a battle. Texas up by 4 at the half. Davidson was never out of it. Texas couldn't polish him off and put him away. And they allowed I'm going to be honest, Davidson's a quality team. No doubt about it. But I don't think they should be on the level of Texas. That should have been a much larger, widespread victory. However, it wasn't. They got the job done. They still remain 2-0. On the other side, we got Indiana. Their 21-point blowout yesterday. Providence who? Hello? Providence who? Yeah, I can't hear that guy. Where is he at? Where you at, Jeremy? And everybody else? Let me tell you, I never seen so many comments get deleted off of YouTube yesterday from people that came onto the YouTube video and were saying how Providence was the better team and Indiana was going to lose and we gave out a losing free pick. Yet, we won by 21. It was never in question from start to finish. And then when that game was over, well, not even over, before it was over, I had not seen so many comments get deleted off of YouTube by individuals yesterday trying to cover their tracks. Thank you, Mike B. Michael Wynn says all in Indiana. I definitely wouldn't go all in Indiana, that's for sure. Reading through some of these comments right before we jump into the full breakdown. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. Alrighty. When you start diving into the comparison of both teams, first of all, remember the numbers that we have in the power rankings are not going to tell the full picture. Really, I like to see 10 games. But with a shortened season, I always say the first week, you fly by the seat of your pants and you use a lot of last year's numbers adjusted for incoming freshmen, outgoing seniors. Now with the transfer protocol, you guys crack me up with the comments. You guys are talking about the guy that gets like 30 people in his live show the same time as us. More power to him. More power to him. But when you start comparing both of these teams, the numbers will actually grow and be more defined over the course of the next week, week and a half. And I really look forward to that because the system that we have and the system that we use by compiling all the stats from Stats LLC into a spreadsheet that we have is absolutely insane. Emmanuel, does Indiana show up? They definitely show up for tip-off. That's for sure. How the game goes, we're going to find out. Now, there's no doubt about it. Texas has one of the more potent offenses in college basketball. In our power ranking system, we have them ranked as number 17 based on adjusted efficiencies. Now, this has changed over the course of the last couple of days. Their defense, we have ranked even better. Exactly. No need to give somebody some self-promotion. That's for sure. That's for sure. Maybe 600 views, but not 600 live. That would be impossible because he just filmed an hour ago. I went to go look and he only had 330 views. We're at 2,236 playbacks. So 600 live. 600 views is not 600 people live. That's for sure. Les Myers says Texas has some legit bigs. 100%. 100%. I was actually just looking because you said he had 600. And I really don't care, Eric J. But I just said that they're just giving somebody self-promotion that gets 34 people in their live chat. You said he got 600 live. It's impossible to have 600 live. So I went and looked. When you have 330 an hour after you went live, you didn't have 600 live. But again, absolutely, Eric. Everybody can have their own YouTube channel. Bravo. It's the American way. Including you. You can go to your own YouTube channel too. Seems to me you're a big supporter of them. Taking offense to what people are saying here. It's all good. Don't worry. We welcome his viewers here. Joe, nobody's a competitor of us. I'm definitely not. The way I look at it, I don't have competitors. That I promise you. I don't have competitors because nobody's betting the fucking games like us. That's a fact. Just ask them. Show you a damn ticket. Promise you never find one. Promise you never find one. They're in it for the ad revenue. That's a fact. Him, Tony, the whole mix. Kyle, do you agree with having betting systems? Just depends what the betting system is. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. All right, so back to Texas and Indiana. No doubt about it. Texas has some quality players this year. As far as defense goes, with adjusted efficiencies based on strength of opponents that they've played, as well as strength of schedule projected, our system has them as the 8th best defense in all of college hoops compared to the 14th ranked Indiana defense. So one thing that I see in this game, and obviously Indiana's offense no slouch either. We have them coming in ranked 23rd on our system as well. And we'll go over the numbers. I don't like to talk about these numbers until they really get a minimum of 5 games in, but without having any numbers at all, it will definitely make things tougher for you guys. Like shooting from the field numbers. What's the defense is holding the other opponents to? Justin says, I think just the fact that you talk to your clients over the phone says a lot. You're the best I've seen on YouTube. I'm new, but real recognize real. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. It's one thing that I will always be. again, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys would stop mentioning other names of other channels or individuals, that's for sure, because we don't have to bring them to our level. One thing that we don't have to do is we don't have to buy subscribers here, because let me tell you, if we had 2.5 times the amount of subscribers we'd have, we definitely would have more than just a handful of people tuning in live every day or 300 views. Lance says we need to get Twitter more popping. You know, Twitter's okay. Twitter's okay. Jim, I ain't taking it. I don't have $1 on Indiana, so that's definitely not in my hands. Indiana was yesterday, baby. Indiana was yesterday against who? Providence, that's right. So as far as this game goes, you've got Texas hitting 59.5% from the field already so far this year, whereas Indiana on defense is holding teams to 42.6% shooting from the field. Texas does have a high turnover rate, but then again, this is only a 2-game sample. 19.3% of the possessions have been turned over, whereas Indiana has been creating them on defense like nonstop, lights out. All right, they've got teams turning over the ball a nice high 23.5% of the time. When it comes to offensive rebounding, both of these teams rebound offensively fantastic. They're definitely in the top 50 so far, but again, it is a very small sample of games. 35.9% of all offensive rebounds, or all rebounds are offensive rebounds for Texas, 34.7 for Indiana. So both teams can definitely rebound offensively. How they're going to match up together on offense and defense, I definitely look forward to watching this game, especially for something further down the line when Texas is going to be playing a couple other teams that play very similar to Indiana and vice versa. When it comes to three-point shooting, Texas hitting 1 out of 3, 33.3% of all their three-point shots have been going in the bucket. Indiana on defense, this is one thing that they do exceptionally well so far, but again, you have to take a look at the strength of schedule and see that Indiana played Providence as well as Tennessee Tech. All right, so far through 2 games, teams are shooting just 19% from out deep against Indiana. Indiana themselves, no slouch from out deep. They're hitting 30.3% from out deep, which is still a quality number. However, opposing teams that are playing Texas are only shooting 22.5% from out deep. And again, strength of opponent that Texas has played was Davidson and University of Texas Rio Grande. So there really wasn't much competition when it comes to holding these teams under a low percentage. Converting all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, Texas right up there with in the top so far through 2 games, hitting 66.2% in this category. The only other teams that are ahead of them, Creighton, Davidson, Gonzaga, Rice, and believe it or not, Florida Gulf Coast in that category. Now, as far as Indiana in the same spot, 58.5%. So a little less, 7.5% less. They're still 45th ranked in this category of converting 2-point plays. And again, strength of opponent, only 2 games into the season, get about halfway through conference play, and then let's talk about these numbers. People say over 50 easy as far as this game goes. So I don't know if you're talking about this game saying over 50. You might be talking about a different game. Oh, you're talking about Duke and Michigan State. I was going to say an over 50 in this one. The line's only 138.5, and you have 2 teams that can definitely play defense. Free throw shooting. Through 2 games, Texas is knocking them down 65.5%, just 60.9% for Indiana. And that's through 2 games. One thing that you have to pay attention to is definitely free throw shooting. If you want to bet on a team that covers the spread, you better find somebody that knocks down free throw shooting in college basketball. No doubt about it. Find somebody that knocks down free throws if you want to be successful betting against the pace of play. Both teams are on the medium side. They're not super fast. Indiana averaging 16.4 seconds per possession on offense. Holding teams to 17.7, slowing some teams down by a second compared to what they're used to, about a second and a half. Why is this important? More possessions, more chances for more scoring could potentially lead to a total going over or staying under. Take a look at the point differential. Who likes to put in? They may be averaging 33.3% from out deep, but if they're only taking 9 looks a day, it doesn't really matter in the first place. My Twitter, it's at CapNationKyle. And there's a direct link. Well, that's not it, but I'll post a link to my Twitter right here for you guys. Here's a link directly to my Twitter. And I do post additional free plays from time to time on Twitter. That I do. Texas, so far through 2 games, has relied on free throws for 22.5% of their total points in each game. Indiana, just 16.7% of their total points came from the free throw line. Whereas Texas has been putting up more three-point attempts, 26.6% of their total points have came from out deep, whereas Indiana's been down low with under 18% of their total points coming from out deep. Keith Davis says nobody shoots free throws well in this game. I'd have to say that's wrong. There's definitely some teams that knock down free throws. Oral Roberts has played 2 games. They hit 91.7% of their free throws. Penn State has only played 1, and they knocked down 92.9% of their free throws. Pepperdine has played 2 games so far, and they're hitting 89.6%. Colorado is 2-0 on the year, and they're just under 90%, 88.9%. So there are some teams that will shoot free throws exceptionally well. Virginia's another one that's in the high 80s, 86.4% free throw shooting. Peter Reyes, thank you for showing us some love while you're at work and spreading the word. Definitely appreciate it. Michael Wynn says F Texas. Frank says Indiana's holding opponents to 19% shooting from out deep, which is Texas' main way to score. Look for the game to go under. I wouldn't say that that's their main way of scoring. 26.6% of their points come from out deep. 50.9% are all of the 2-point kind. So they're not a team that relies solely on a 3-point attempt. They definitely take, their fair share of looks, but they're not 100% reliant on it. You can take a look and you can see who's doing what. You got Kellen Grady in their last game. He took 9 looks from out deep. He only converted 2 of them. Hung Jung Lee went 5 of 12 from out deep. So, they definitely had, their looks. 39 3-point attempts from their big 5. but nowhere near what they do in other categories. But yeah, it's definitely a factor, that's for sure. And if they're 3 points on fire, then watch out. As far as saying Indiana holding opponents to 19% from out deep, you have to remember these opponents that you talk about are Tennessee Tech and Providence. Renault, yeah, USC definitely has a tough game against BYU. Yeah, Frank, if you're given plenty of opportunities to take a deep three, they're definitely going to. And they will today. How well will they do against Indiana? We're going to find out how good that Indiana defense is today. As far as this game goes, I think it's going to be a close matchup. I'm not going to lie, I do favor Indiana. The way that Texas struggled against Davidson on a neutral site game, winning by 2. And Indiana in their game where, everybody in the world says that they were supposed to lose against Providence. Maybe they just forgot. Providence is not the same as they were last year. But as far as this one goes, as far as the total goes, I'd have to say as far as the total goes on this one, which we have currently at BetOnline is up to 140. Again, full disclaimer, I don't have a dollar on this game, side or total. If I was going to take it, and again, I'm not, full disclaimer for the 301 people here, a lean is exactly this, something I'm leaning on, all right? Our premium plays are already out. I've already bet them. My personal plays, which have 2 college basketball games in them, are already out, and I've already bet them, okay? Now, I may come across a lean during a breakdown with you guys and actually want to bet it, and then I'll give you guys the full disclosure. Hey, I really like this. I'm going to bet it. I'm going to bet it for this much, or I'm going to bet it for this small, whatever the case may be. Small is usually around $500. A normal large bet is around $3K. But as far as this goes, this is just a strict lean. It's who I lean to. If you put that bullet to my head, I'd tell you to take Indiana, but I'd tell you a smart man, if a smart man's going to take Indiana, they're going to lay the 135 and take them on the money line rather than lay 2 minus $1.15. You can lay 20 cents more, get them on the money line. That way, if they win by 1, you're actually cashing a ticket, not losing a ticket if it's a close game. I expect this game to be a very close game. I think the lines are extremely sharp. Alonzo, my brother, good morning. Good morning. I do believe the lines on this one are extremely sharp. All right? I think they are correct. Okay? I do believe they are correct. I believe it'll be a 1 to 2 point victory as far as I'm concerned. I know there's a lot of people predicting Texas to come out on top on this one. Not the case here. If I leaned on anything, again, it would be Indiana on the money line, minus 135. But again, full disclaimer, it's a lean. As far as the total goes, I lean towards the under 140 as well. But the way that the trend is moving in an upward trajectory for this one, the total is literally, when we started breaking down this game 10 minutes ago, it was minus 135. All right? It was minus 135. I'm just kidding, not minus 135. That's the money line. It was 138.5. It's gone up 1.5 in the last 10 minutes. All right? The line has gone up 1.5 in the last 10 minutes. Money coming in on the over. 71% is on the over, just 29% on the under. You literally have 50 minutes before tip-off. 50 minutes before tip-off. I would kick back and I would wait and see if this line continues to rise. More than likely, it's going to go up again. All right? More than likely, it's going to go up again. And I would kick back and I'd let the public and everybody that's riding the over push that total up, and I'd wait to the last minute to hammer the under. All right? I'd wait to the last minute to hammer the under. Now, obviously common sense applies. If you see the juice start to drop on it, minus or over and under 140 is minus 105, and it's starting to trend downward because somebody from the live chat or somewhere else in the world came in and bet the under as well, I'd bet it sooner rather than later. But again, that's just a lean. I don't have an opinion on that one. All right, I do not have an opinion, I do not have a bet on that one. It's just a straight lean. Dr. Franco, were you talking about the meat man? Dave Scandiliato, he went back and forth from Vegas to Louisiana. UUB, we were talking about the Texas and Indiana game. Dr. Franco, if you were talking about the meat man, he passed away. Michael Wynn, what are our premium plays? Well, our premium plays you would have to pay for. We don't just give you all of them for free. Sometimes we give you guys free premium plays or free personal plays. But if you want one, or if you want the 3 premium plays that we have, you'd have to get on board. You can pick up 3 days, $99. Mike Brown, safe drive to work. So a lot of you guys are new. I don't bet prop bets with college basketball. I'm not a fan of it. Remember, props are like slot machines. They're there for a very, very, very specific reason. Again, one thing, Michael Wynn, you must be new here. One thing that we don't do here is, one, we don't attack somebody else in the chat. Unless I say, have at 'em, boys. We have one of the most respectful, friendly, sports betting geared live chats on the internet that you'll find anywhere. Gary says Oklahoma definitely is a premium play, I bet. Well, Gary, if you're a betting man, you'd have to reload your account. I don't have $1 on that game. Lance, how are people doing in the Pick'em contest? I'd have to go back and check. Yeah, Gene Meatman passed away. Casey Davis, thank you. Thank you, Pops. I know you guys are new. See, here's the thing. This ain't SBR. This ain't the new one that popped up after SBR shit-canned all the other guys. We actually have a very informative, friendly atmosphere here, and it'll always remain that way. Where did you see that he died from a drug overdose? I actually know him. I've known him for a very long time. Gary says, you're the man for responding to everybody, and I'll be tuning in. You know, that's one thing that we pride ourselves in, is the fun, informative chat. So I do want to get through the breakdowns. You know, we stayed on a couple other subjects way too long, and I do have to get off the live chat in about 15 minutes. I do have a doctor's appointment. Week 5 from my sinus surgery. I do have a follow-up here in a little bit. So I do have to get going here soon, unfortunately. And we were off topic for a lot, talking about the Saints game, talking about this and that, and which is the barbershop of sports betting. That's why we're the barbershop of sports betting. So starting tomorrow, breakdowns are going to be quick. All right? Breakdowns are going to be quick and fast. And a lot of you guys may not remember, a lot of you guys may not remember, but we used to, last year, and we'll start doing it again, we used to do our 5-minute breakdowns in college hoops. And it would actually look a lot like this. And we never had a timer. I'd actually set it on my phone and go. We have 5 minutes to talk about it, give out a lean, and then boom, we're on our way. But somehow, some way, the screen may go black for just a quick second. But bear with me here. Bear with me here for just a second. But eventually, we're going to have the little clock up here. And why is that important? Because I want to get through more breakdowns with you guys. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, I want to get through more breakdowns. So we'll have a little time clock like this for our breakdowns. And it's going to be what it's going to be. And unfortunately, I'm not going to have a lot of time today. But we're going to go over a couple key games real quick with some 5-minute breakdowns, and we're going to do what we do. All right? We're going to jump right in to a couple of the games. We'll take a look at the Kentucky and Kansas game, and then we'll take a look at the Michigan State and Duke game. Then we'll put you guys on a free play, and we'll start our 5-minute clock while I pull up the odds for the Kentucky game. Give me 1 second. I literally just got logged out of my live odds. So it's what we did last year, and it would allow me to get through 10, 15, sometimes 20 breakdowns in a day. And I know that helps you guys. Even though I'm not playing, specifically playing some of these games that we're breaking down, obviously I can't just give you guys all of our premium plays or all of my personal plays in any given day. Obviously, the company would probably frown upon that one, and I do love my job. Zeph, if you don't like what we do here, by all means, hit the thumbs down button just once, and then you can beat it. If you don't like what we talk about, feel free to beat it. Rich, I still have to do the bacon in the air fryer. All right, so Kentucky and Kansas coming up next. So later game, 9:30 Eastern time. Ready, set, go. Kentucky, first of all, coming in +4, -107. You can get them at 4.5, -$1.17. Kansas laying 4, -$1.13. Total over and under 143. One of the higher totals in college basketball for the game today. Kentucky 1-1 on the year. Both teams actually 1-1. Kentucky and Kansas 1-1. Kentucky coming off their loss to Richmond, getting beat by 12, 76-64 in a disaster of a game. They did smash Morehead State just a couple days before that last week, beating them 81-45. Then on the other hand, you got Kansas, who opened up their first game of the year against Gonzaga. And hello, everybody was downplaying Gonzaga. They're not anymore, all right? They're not anymore. They lost 102-90. The fact that Kansas gave up 102 points to Gonzaga, ooh, watch out. Gonzaga improved over the offseason and over the wintertime, or over the summertime, that's for sure. They did come back with a nice big bounce back, an 18-point victory over St. Joseph's on Friday, neutral site game. Here they are, they get Kentucky in a neutral site game. I honestly think this is going to be a quality game. You've got 7th-ranked Kansas going up against the 20th ranked team out of the SEC. It's actually 5-minute, but I forgot to hit the button. I guess I hit it twice. William says, how could somebody not like this show? Well, haters are going to hate. Lance says he can listen for 5 hours. There's some that definitely would, that's for sure. As far as this one goes, first of all, as far as adjusted efficiencies, offense and defense goes, there's no denying both of these teams have a quality defense. Obviously, we didn't see it with Kansas against Gonzaga. They absolutely slaughtered them. All right, they absolutely slaughtered them. Believe it or not, Kansas comes in with adjusted efficiencies based on strength of schedule, opponents, all of that stuff. Kansas comes in our system with the 7th best defense in all of college hoops based on adjusted efficiencies. Kentucky coming in at 18th. Not far off when it comes to numbers from side to side. Both offenses very comparable. We give an edge to Kansas on the offensive attack, giving them the 9th best offense based on adjusted efficiencies compared to Kentucky that comes in at 31. Now, there's no denying Kansas is a much faster paced team than most. They average 14.3 seconds per possession. If they slowed down just a tad bit, they'd probably convert more of their 2-point plays every jump shot, layup, and dunk. As far as their shooting goes, and again, back to the pace of play, Kentucky's not that far off. They're a second slower. Not much of a big deal. Joe Chris says, unless you buy a package, unless you guys buy a package for what? Full disclaimer, I don't give a shit if you guys buy a package. I'm making money today. I'm making money regardless if you guys sign up and buy a package. I could care less if you do. By all means, don't or do as you please. I'm going to bet the games, and I know what I'm making. I know these guys here pay me handsomely to sit here and have fun on YouTube, whereas I'm betting the games for thousands of dollars, so I know I'm making money today. Now, as far as shooting goes, first of all, turnover percentage. Turnovers have actually plagued Kentucky to start the year, turning the ball over 24.8 points, or 24.8% of the time so far. Shooting from the field, just 48.3%. Very lackluster for Kentucky through 2 games. Kansas, 58.3%. Kansas is actually allowing, believe it or not, their numbers on defense, either they're absolutely going to be horrendous on defense and they're going to get blown out by a lot of teams, or Gonzaga was just really that good and just light years ahead of them to put their numbers so horrible through 2 games. So a lot of these numbers I know the percentages will go down. Kansas is not going to allow teams to shoot 55.1% from the field the entire season. They got murdered as far as percentages go against Gonzaga. Now, as far as 3-point shooting, Kentucky has struggled. Just 23% shooting from out deep, whereas Kansas is knocking down 44.7% of their 3-point attempts. Kansas is also hitting 54.5% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, compared to the 52.1% for Kentucky. Both teams on the defense are struggling in this category. Free throw shooting. Kansas has been knocking them down. As long as they're in the 70%, they're a team that you can definitely rely on to hit 7 out of 10 of their free throws or more. It is a quality number for where I like to start betting on a team. Now, Kansas is hitting 71.2% of all their free throws so far in the season. And once they get into conference play, we can break down the entire season and conference play numbers as well. When you take a look at Kentucky, they're hitting just 61.7% through 2 games from the free throw line. Struggling from the free throw line. That's not somebody that I want to back. That's for sure. Point distribution. Kentucky relying on that 3-pointer for only 12% of their total points. Thank God, because so far through 2 games, they're only hitting 23%, compared to 27.7% of total points scored. So what that means is if Kansas scores 100 points, 27 or more of them will come from out deep. All right, that's where the point distribution total comes from. Now, going to the bench, both go to the bench over 20% of the time, 22.8% for Kentucky, 26.9% for Kansas. Now, there is a number, and this number really doesn't really matter until you get 5 to 10 games under our belt. The 2-foul participation protocol, for a lot of teams that don't, or for a lot of you guys that don't know or new to us when I break down college basketball. Hey, Greg, have you checked my Twitter, you dumbass? And I'm calling you a dumbass. I'm actually calling you a dumbass. Have you checked my Twitter? You probably haven't. So you don't see free plays. We know you're new around here because you're just plain a moron. So here's a copy of my $750 wager from Indiana yesterday, which was a winner. There's a direct link to it. If you'd like me to show it off here, I will. I have no problem doing that. Now, I have given you guys one free play so far. One free play so far, and it was in our daily free play video. And for the rest of the chat, I do apologize. But one thing that I actually do take seriously is my integrity and my word. And when I say I did something, I actually did it. So I like to show that. Because at the end of the day, when you go meet the gatekeeper and you decide where you're going to end up going up or going down, at the end of the day, the only thing you're really bringing up there with you is your word. You don't see tickets ever, right? Okay, well, we're going to stick this in your pie hole and you can smoke it, okay? So let me load these screenshots in. And for everybody else that's new, apologize. For everybody that's been with us forever, you know the routine. You know the routine. So there's one. I did say in the daily free play video, I literally just bet it. And this morning, I said, I bet it a second time. And I had a total of $1,000 on it. So the daily free play and the daily free play video, Mr. Douchebag, and everybody else that wants to ever question my integrity, don't worry, Duke, we'll be right back to it. Frank says he bets them with your money, Greg. Just buy a package. Actually, I don't. I don't bet them with your guys' money. I bet thousands of dollars on a game. You know what's funny? I thought Frank wanted to buy a package, and he wanted to know if we were transparent. Now he says I bet with your guys' money. That's one thing that I don't do. I don't have to bet with your guys' money. That's for sure. But where did the comment go? But Greg Carpenter, Mr. Greg Carpenter, are you ready? Joe Chris, no pressure whatsoever. I actually love doing this. I love doing this. All right? I absolutely love doing this. So there you guys go. So there you guys go. There you have it. There's 2 tickets because I said I rebet it this morning when the line dropped. So stick that in your you know what holster, and you can smoke it. Does that satisfy your desires there, Greg and everybody else? Marcola, I bet you're correct. Ronald, you know, you talked to the Meat Man. You know, the Meat Man and I go back from when I very was new to this industry. I mean, I've told you guys, I've worked at the broiler rooms. I've worked in the phone centers. I've worked in all that. Oh, my $750 bet, that was a very small bet. And I said that in my daily free play video. I normally bet $3K, but I was going to be betting small on it. So I gave a disclaimer. It was a small free play. But I remember I could, Renault, remind me another time. Remind me another time. And when we have more time, because I actually have to get going here shortly. And I'll tell you the story about me and Dave. It didn't start off friendly, but then it ended up being that way. What did I miss? Tell that to Kyle Shane. Oh, Kyle doesn't need to prove anything. I enjoy proving it. That's all I like doing. Justin Bishop, I knew this guy was legit. Here, let me show you guys one more time. All right, then we'll get back to the breakdowns. Just in case he didn't see it. Feel free to go cry to your mommy that I called you a douchebag. I probably lost more on Sunday. And this is not something worth bragging over. But I probably lost more on Sunday than, well, actually I know, than 75% of America makes in an entire calendar year. Now, Jeff says, where's Jeff's comment? Let's say Kyle never bet a play. Are you only here because he bets thousands of dollars? Do you hear how dumb that sounds? Exactly. Exactly. Jeff likes the spicy Kyle. All right, so back to the breakdown. Kentucky, Kansas. In a nutshell, as far as this one goes, because I literally have to get off the live chat here shortly. As far as this one goes, why is Greg still here? Why is Greg still here? That's what I want to know. Why is Greg still here? Anyways. All right, so as far as this one goes, oh, that's right. He wants the winners that we give out. He wants the winners that we give out. Casey says Kyle just posted up on Greg and dunked on Greg. And then Greg went bye-bye. Right, Edward? All right, as far as this one goes, as far as betting purposes go, Kansas laying the 4, I think they're the better team. I honestly do. I know Kentucky got the best of them last year by 8. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I think Kansas will get the revenge factor on them. I think Kansas is the better team overall. The fact that Kentucky losing to Richmond, Kansas had no problem putting away St. Joseph's. They hung with Gonzaga, obviously number 1 in college basketball. Yeah, they lost by 12. No big deal. Greg, not you, brother. Not Greg Denny. My brother Greg, you're good. Hell, you're with me for 2 years, Greg. Like it or not, you're on the big 2-year Black Friday package. Cyber Monday package. So you ain't going anywhere, Greg. You're stuck with me. Sly says, I'm here because Kyle doesn't do this and flip burgers on the side. I don't flip burgers. I don't serve pancakes. I don't sell shoes. I don't try and recruit. I don't live in a single wide. No offense to anybody living in a single wide. Fear the tree. That Vegas backdrop is right over here. That Vegas backdrop is literally, if I could get this camera to move, the Vegas backdrop is right here. Nothing, the same old, same old. Matter of fact, you can see part of it in the background. You might be able to right here. Hold on, let me see. You can see the backdrop right here. Still, whoa. The backdrop is all over here. The rest of the set is over here. One day I'm going to use it for something else. I don't know what though. One day we'll use it for something else. But again, as far as this one goes, I do like Kansas. I do lean towards Kansas. And again, it is a lean on Kansas. Laying the 4. I'm not going to bet it. I'm going to hold off. Still a couple inconsistencies, holes in their defense. So I'm going to lay off of it. I couldn't lay 195 on the money line. I would take 4 or maybe possibly put them in a teaser. Possibly. But again, I just lean on it. As far as the total goes, over and under 142.5, I lean towards the over 142.5 as well. All right? I do lean towards the over as well. The air fryer side hustle, right? The hockey stick, it's over there. It's actually in my office. This is not, this is just a room that I use for filming. This is actually not in my office. My office is a couple doors down. You know, down the street, down into Mama's basement, filming next to the bathroom. As far as, and I'm going to go over just a couple games because I do apologize. We got sidetracked today big time, and I get it. I'm going to have that clock rolling tomorrow for 5-minute breakdowns, and we're going to go through them. All right, and we're going to hammer home some breakdowns. So I do apologize. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Sound effects board will be here hopefully tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be here before the live show. So hopefully by Thursday we've got the sound effects. So when douchebag comes in, you might just hear in the background, douchebag alert. We're going to have some fun this week. Everybody asking USC or BYU. BYU, this will be their toughest competition. 100% this is going to be their toughest competition in an hour and 23 minutes. USC scared me in their opening game against Cal Baptist. Renault Brown, the music intro will be here tomorrow again. The music intro will definitely be here tomorrow. I might even have an outro music. You know, probably to piss some people off. Where's my brother Justice? I still love you, brother Justice. Now, USC did have a great game against Montana. However, they were blowing them out in the first half, up by 19. They did not hold that big lead in the second half. They covered the spread, but they did not hold that big 19-point lead. They got outshot 37-32 in the second half after putting up 44 points in the first half. As far as that goes, do a breakdown in the doctor's office waiting room, right? As far as that goes, USC plus 3.5. I think they hold it close. I think they hold it close today. I mean, this is a neutral site game, so take that aspect out of it. BYU will be the, you know, this is their toughest competition. I would take the Trojans plus the 3.5. That is an unbiased lean. That is an unbiased lean. Again, remember, everybody, lean is a lean. Now, as far as a free play goes, putting you guys on a free play. First of all, Michigan State and Duke. Duke 1-0. Boy, did they have a lot of turnovers in their first game. They struggled against Coppin State and beat them by 10. They had a lot of fouls, 19 fouls, 21 turnovers. Oh, you know they've been working on that one. They paid the price for those 20 turnovers, 20-plus turnovers. Michigan State, on the other hand, getting rid of Notre Dame by 10. Eastern Michigan by 16. Now, the last time these two teams faced off, we saw 162 points. 162 points. Obviously, no Zion. He's gone for a while now. Long while. Now, the Duke of Duke. Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan State, Virginia will always recruit high-end personnel, high-end players, McDonald's All-American kids out of high school, first-round draft picks galore. The line on Duke is down to 2.5 minus $1.15 on Bet Online. minus 145 on the money line. The one aspect that you got to look at is pace of play. They're all in the 15-second bracket. Both offensive numbers are top-notch. 5th and 8th in our system. As far as this one goes, the side of it, I lean towards Duke. I know Michigan State going to be trying to get that revenge after their 12-point loss last year. So as far as the side goes, if I was going to take anything, I'd take Duke on the money line. I'd lay the 145 on the money line. But again, that's a lean. But as far as a free play goes, I will be betting this. Over 149.5 is minus $1.15. I will be betting that over 149.5. We're going to put that up on the Vibe Interactive free play board for everybody. Got to delete some of this from yesterday. Never cleaned it up. Change that date up there as well. Because today is December 1st. Getting closer to Christmas, folks. All right. I don't like the red. Red is a bad, bad, bad color. Michigan State and Duke. Over 149.5. Minus 115. I'd bet it's... So light day again today. Ian says Marquette laying 3. Too good to be true, probably. I don't have $1 on that game. Do I see Marquette losing? It's possible. I don't have $1 on that game. I looked at it a little bit. I didn't really dive into it. Obviously, there's a lot of games on the board today, so I'm very selective in the beginning of the season, honing in on certain teams or conferences and sticking with them until there's a lot more stats to compile. Art Bricker, is it best a single bet or parlay for best results? Straight bet, one at a time, brother. You want to be successful, bet one game at a time. You want to be successful long term, bet one at a time. Again, fade, follow at your own risk. You know, here's one thing that is certain. I'm going to lose games. I'm not 100%. I am human. I make mistakes. We're betting on players that are human, that make mistakes. Roger, do you still like it over at 150.5? Yeah, but you should probably get a new book that's got a better line. Just teasing you, but yeah, I don't see it being, a point crazy. And again, speaking of books, if you guys do not have an account at BetOnline, all right, if you do not have an account at BetOnline, and you go to our website, and you read this right here, you have to read it on our website. You have to click on these links if you do not have a BetOnline account. Click on these links right here. Go open up an account at BetOnline. Follow those instructions that are up there to the T. About emailing in, screenshot this, screenshot that, include this. It's not hard at all. I will give you guys, they pay to sponsor the show. I don't make $1 if you guys bet with them. Obviously, I'd love to see everybody bet with them because then they'll renew a bigger contract again. It's where I bet. It's one of the places that I use to bet. They pay to sponsor the show. So in order for me to get people to go over there, I'll give you 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays. You get a pick. But you have to click on those links, and we will verify it. It's for new account signups only. All right? So, I love, to support the people that support us. They're the reasons why we're able to do what we do and give away so much more is because of them. We gave away a $250 deposit on Thanksgiving Day. Tom Weiner was the winner of it. And yes, he had $250 deposited into his Bet Online account. I actually did the deposit. Took some of that money that Bet Online pays to sponsor the show, and I gave it right back to you guys. We gave away a $1,000 gift card the day after Thanksgiving on Friday. Big D Mall. Dave won that one. It arrived yesterday. That good old FedEx overnight. Congrats again, Dave and Tom. So they definitely... Caesar, never been on your live stream on Soccer Bro. Okay. Art, you're very welcome. So I like to take some of that money that we give or that I take in, especially from sponsors, and give back to you guys. Enrique, I haven't talked about the Virginia game. But again, if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. We're nearing 11,000 subscribers. We're nearing 11,000 subscribers. When we hit that 11,000 subscriber, we're going to be giving away some more packages as well. So do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, help get our video trending, share it to your friends and family. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, do it now. We're like 300 and some odd away from the 11K, the 1-1. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. Keith as well. Just a checkup and a cleaning of my sinus cavities. Sounds fun, right? Not. Those needle nose pliers that go up your nose are like that fucking long, and they go all the way back, it seems. Well, Cade, I wouldn't be betting it if I didn't feel it was strong. It's not a premium play, so it's a middle of the pack. I'll have $1,000 on it. Whereas I put, $3K on our premium plays for today. And again, if you guys want to get all of our plays, you just go to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on the premium tab, pick out a package that best suits your bankroll and your budget, and you can get on board. Pick out 3 days of premium plays, $99, 3 days of my personal plays, and come work with me one-on-one directly, $99. Two Boss, guys, what's the free play? Hit the rewind button. It was up on the board. All right, guys, I do have to get out of here. I do apologize for a super long show with not a lot of breakdowns. We got extremely sidetracked in the beginning talking about everything. And be ready tomorrow with those 5-minute breakdowns. All right, it's going to be a great day. We got afternoon football tomorrow. We got some more college basketball tomorrow. It is a great time to be a part of Cap Nation. All right, guys, good luck. And as I always tell everybody, always bet within your means. Always bet within your means. And if you want to see $1,000 on one game, which is a small bet for me, hit the rewind button. We show the tickets to you guys all. Because we're real here. And again, if you're getting games from somebody who's picking his nose, ask to see a ticket. And if he's not betting a substantial amount of money on it, he doesn't want to show you the dollar amount on it, chances are you don't have $1 on it. Good luck, everybody. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. And we'll see you guys live tomorrow for Wednesday afternoon. NFL football will be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. Good luck, everybody. Have